All right. So we have Ryan Cohen. And for those who aren't familiar, he is the CEO and chairman of the board or whatever of GameStop. And he posted a tweet today that really pissed off the journos out there. He said, email M&A@GameStop.com if you're interested in buying GameStop Canada or Micromania France. High taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI included at no additional cost if you buy today. And oh boy, did the media have a field day with this one, because all they want to do is defend that stuff and blame him. And like I said at the very open of this stream, I have not been on board with everything Ryan Cohen has done. The Bed Bath Beyond situation and one of the executives leaping to his demise because of some stock shenanigans in the background. I wasn't the biggest fan of the shenanigans that he was a part of behind all that caused that situation to happen. But then again, I was a big fan of him taking on GameStop and making the stock go crazy when I was investing in it. So, hey, take the good with the bad, I guess. So this was posted by Ryan Cohen. And very shortly after, we have this post from PC Gamer. And it says, GameStop announces plans to sell off French and Canadian outlets while its CEO yells about wokeness and DEI in bizarre, self-defeating promotion. Because, of course, a tweet is him yelling about wokeness. And it was bizarre. I mean, I read that. Did you guys, did anyone in here say that was a bizarre yelling about wokeness and DEI? Or was that just a dude pissed off about how this stuff is ruining his company? Because I read it like those things are ruining his company and it's not worth staying in business because it's too much effort to bother. And they say announces plans to sell off. I mean, maybe it was an announcement. To me, that was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek, unless there was a follow-up with an official press release that I didn't see. But we'll find out here. Video game retailer GameStop has announced plans to pursue a sale of its operations in France and Canada, with the latest setback for the company's international business. According to a brief press release posted to the GameStop website, okay, so they are doing it, via the Toronto Star, the move comes in the wake of an evaluation of its international assets. GameStop is doing better than it was 7 years ago, but it's still not doing good. Like, let's be real here. They're not doing good, and they still have a long way to go to try to recover any kind of situation. An SEC filing made in February last year stated GameStop had a total of 332 stores in France, 203 retail outlets in Canada. No specific reason was given for the sale. But in a bizarre statement on X, again, your bias is showing. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen seemed to take issue with the progressive nature of both countries, requesting emails from individuals interested in buying GameStop Canada or Micromania France. Cohen added that high taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, and wokeness and DEI included at no additional cost if you buy today, which, again, I'm reading the chat. It's blowing through. Everyone's like, based. Setting aside the unprofessional nature of Cohen's statement, what a douchebag. The unprofessional nature of Cohen. Oh, he needs to be professional. This guy's a multi-billionaire. You think he gives a shit about professional statements on X? Like, no wonder these people hate Elon Musk. They hate Ryan Cohen because these people have FU money. They don't need to bend the knee and be quote unquote professional in the world of business. They can just be like, yeah, no, F these people. I don't want to deal with this anymore here. It's bizarre to see a CEO advertise the sale of part of his business by highlighting all the things he thinks is bad about it. Again, when you have FU money, you can do these things. And oh, by the way, this obviously, this writer here, I would imagine, is an activist. You should understand this is what actual activism is. When you don't like how something is run, you say, hey, I need to have this out of my business because I can't operate in this environment. This is actual activism. This is how you enact change in the business world. It's like a market stall hawker yelling, come and buy my apples, a free worm in every bite. Here, of course, the worms are entirely imagined. Oh, are they? I was wondering how he's going to try to follow that up. Are they imagined? Now, DEI is just the boogeyman. There is no such thing. It's all the socialism and progressivism and wokeness and libertarians and high taxes. It's all your imagination. It's not real, guys. But even if they weren't, you don't promote the fact. It's a deeply irrational and counterproductive mindset. Weird to be telling someone who's made billions of dollars, plural, billions of dollars in business, how to operate a business. It's wild to me. While this guy's writing for a failing outlet that will be out of business within the next year, in my humble opinion, for obvious reasons. The reality is that the physical side of GameStop's business has been in steady decline for a while, which I'd agree with that. In 2019, GameStop closed around 200 stores in an attempt to reboot the company, which, by the way, worked. When everyone was claiming that that was going to bankrupt the company and that was the first sign of going under, when I was invested with them at that time, I was like, this is a good thing. They were closing their stores that were not bringing in money, and the stores that were making money were now making extra money from the stores that were losing money. It made sense. GameStop's fortunes briefly rose during its 2021 stock surge, and I know all about that, but shares quickly plummeted following that initial spike. This is what we call yellow journalism. Technically, here we go. Technically, it's true. Technically, the shares quickly plummeted, which, by the way, that's what happens when a share spikes. That's literally what a spike. You can't have a spike if there's not a downside to it. A spike involves up and down. That's literally the spike. You know, Mega Man, how you die on a spike? What do those spikes look like? Anyways, why I say this is disingenuous is, yes, it fell, but the shares are still at an elevated price compared to what they were even post-stock split from 2019. Because in my humble opinion, there's still a hell of a lot of people that haven't gotten out yet, and it's still being heavily shorted right now, and they're playing a waiting game. Again, not financial advice, but in my humble opinion. And there's a movement to try to get GameStop to go out of business for these people to make infinite money. So they keep trying. And this is just another one of those things where I'm like, man, you can't fool me with these kind of words. I know, in my humble opinion, that this is not what the truth is. Whoops. I just clicked on that. Meanwhile, GameStop has continued to close physical stores worldwide. According to a separate SEC filing posted in December via The Hill, GameStop shuttered its stores in Ireland, Switzerland, and Austria in 2023 and initiated plans to wrap up retail stores in Germany 2024. Okay, like, good. Let me propose this to you, author of this article that clearly doesn't understand business. Would you like him to operate at a loss at these stores and continue losing money because you guys are used to just governments supporting everything? Or would you prefer, if business is not operating and working and making money, that they close those stores so that they can continue operating in the green? I don't know. Pretty obvious to me, but I don't know. This Rick Lane guy, he clearly has it out for GameStop. And clearly Ryan Cohen's statement of talking about high taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI included at no additional cost if you buy today did not rub journalists the right way. So, yeah. But that's GameStop, and very base statement by Ryan Cohen. And I guess we'll have to see what happens next.